Hi, in this class we are going to finish this game. We need to address two major things. One is related with the game structure, another is related with the score and saving information, and two minor things related with the canvas and the boss. So let's start with storing the score, so we can count how many points we have, how many is the I score, and how can we make those assets change those numbers. So the first thing to do is to create some scripts to handle the player preferences settings. The PlayerPrefs settings allows us to save numbers, strings or floats and retrieve them later on our game, even when we close the game. I will create a script, and this script will be called player data, and this player data will be responsible for prepare and setting up those variables inside the PlayerPrefs. This player data goes to the scripts object. Now I will code the script and then I will explain what the script does. We need a boolean variable to set up the other ones if we are in the first level. So this is level 1 equals false, will be true on level 1 and it will be false on the others. Public int ammo 500. This will be used to limit the bullets we have to fire. Public int player life will limit our life, and this int current score and int high score will be used to count our score as we kill the aliens, and we will compare with the I score, and if we have the I score we start update the I score. Anyway, for this to work we need to prepare these variables inside the PlayerPrefs. To do that I'm going to code an awake function which happens before the start and will be used to set up those player preferences variables. So this is the code you have to write. Void awake, open and close parentheses, and then inside the curly brackets you need to have playerprefs.setInt ammo. This is the name of the variable inside the player preferences, and this is the value, in which case will be 500, but we can change this in the inspector. And we will get from the player preferences wherever the I score is. If there is none, because it's the first time, it will be 0. So this is the default value when this doesn't exist inside the player preferences. So our I score will be equal to playerprefs.getInt. So we will bring the number to this variable. The variable inside the player preference is called I score, and if it doesn't exist it will be 0. So every time this level starts we will have 500 of ammo and we will have the I score updated. If this is the first level we will also set the player life to 10 and we will set the current score to 0. So player preferences, PlayerPrefs dot set int called player life with the value player life with the value 10. PlayerPrefs set int current score 0. Save, and this should be in the scripts game object in your scene. Here in your scene, you can go to the inspector and set this level. This is level 1 in level 1, of course. And then you can change here how many bullets you will have, and the player life. We can change the number here. This PlayerPrefs will save a file in your computer, so even when you close Unity and you open in the next day, the numbers will be there, will be stored, and can be used again and again and again. So we can use this to save your game through time. So now you have space in a file to write those values, but we need to write those values as we play. So let's use the player shooting up to decrease the ammo. We have 500 in the beginning, and we need, every time we shoot, we need to cut the ammo. Other thing I will do with this script, I will change something here. When we play, we need to click every bullet, if you remember. Well, we will change that behavior, and we will make the player's gun works as a machine gun. So if you press, you shoot continuously and you waste your bullets. So you need to control the number of bullets by not shooting. So this is what you have to change in player shooting up code. Public game object bullet stays here is to have the prefab. You need to have a public float shoot time 0.2, for example. This will be how fast our gun is. So this will be the interval of every bullet. We need a private float counter to count the time. So start at 0. The start, so this boolean can shoot, you can delete it. You can delete this, of course. The start function doesn't have anything, so you can delete the start function. And this can shoot equals true is no longer being in use. In the update function, we have counter plus equal time delta time. So we will increase the counter. You can delete all these lines. And it stays counter increase by time delta time if input get access fire1 is higher than 0 and counter is higher than shoot time, and PlayerPrefs get int ammo is higher than 0, so you have more than 0 bullets stored in the player preferences, then this happens. And this is what we reset the counter for the next bullet. We set ammo in the PlayerPrefs to -1, and then we instantiate the bullet. And this here, this PlayerPrefs set int ammo, comma, value. This is the value. And the value is PlayerPrefs get int ammo, whatever is in ammo, -1. So PlayerPrefs set int ammo will be equal to PlayerPrefs get int ammo -1. Okay, this one is here just by default in case of this doesn't exist when you fire the first shot. It can happen when the game runs for the first time, so to avoid errors you should have always a default value. So this will make our player to shoot continuously if you press the button. Let's test it. Save, go to Unity. We don't have here anything to see the number, but let's play. And if I shoot, it shoots continuously. If I remove the key, it stops. If I click on the key, it shoots. Okay. So now let's just adjust the speed because it's too slow. Shoot up, it's here. 0.08. Let's see if it works. Like a machine gun. Yeah, it's nice. So this is how I can use my PlayerPrefs settings to store a value. Let's test, start the game instead of 500 bullets. Let's test with 10 bullets and see what happens. If I press the control key, in my case, after 10 bullets it doesn't shoot anymore. Because I waste all my ammo. So I'm using the PlayerPrefs to store this information, and as soon as I use it, I update the PlayerPrefs so the number is always updated and always available, even if I change scenes, even if I close the game and open again. So next thing will be the player life inside the PlayerPrefs. So let's use the script object life to handle those numbers. So I will write the code, I will explain why as I write, but you can copy everything at the end. Public int life equals 5, game object explosion prefab, it's here, this is to maintain. Now we need more variables. Because this is used inside alien and inside the player, we need to increase score if we kill an alien, and we need to decrease life if the alien shoots against us. So, because we are using the same script, we need to detect if this script is being used on the alien or on the player. So let's use some public variables. So this will be set true if this script is inside the player. This will be set to true if it's inside an alien or the boss. And this is the number we will increase to the score if we kill the alien. So now we add the start function, and this start function will be used to set the life of the player if this is the player, if this script is working inside the player. So if this is true, if this is the player is true, life, the variable life, will be equal to whatever is stored inside the player life variable inside PlayerPrefs. Now we go on the decrease and kill method function, and we will do whatever we need to do to kill the alien or kill the player. So let's start with the player. So basically what I did here was, if this script is inside the player, if this is player, life goes minus minus, life goes down 1. Then we save set int inside the player preferences. We save the life value inside the player life variable inside the PlayerPrefs. And then we see if the life is 0. If it's 0, we will instantiate an explosion and we destroy the game object. But this only happens if this is player. Now we do the same thing for the alien. Let's just copy paste this. So for the alien, if this is enemy, we are inside the enemy, life of the enemy goes minus minus, so life will decrease. and then we check if life is 0 to destroy the alien. If life is equal to 0, two things will happen. First thing will this maintains instantiate explosion, but then we will increase our score, and after increasing the score, this needs to go here. After increasing the score, we will check if the score is higher than the I-score, and if it is, we set the I-score with the value of the score. So we will increase the I-score. If getInt, if the current score is higher getInt the I-score, then we set the I-score with the value of the current score. And then we destroy the alien. So this is done. We go to Unity, and we should have the score gradually increasing. We cannot see it yet. We'll do that in a bit. But let's see if this works. So if I go here to the player, I need to set this is player, and in the aliens, prefabs, alien 1, I need to set this as this is enemy, alien 2, this is enemy, alien 3, this is enemy. And the boss, alien boss, this is enemy. Then we can set the score. If I kill the boss, I get 1000 points. If I kill the alien one, which is the most difficult to kill, I will get 10 points. No, the most difficult to kill, so 100 points. Alien 2 will be 50 points, and Alien 3 will be 10 points. Okay? So let's see if they die, and if they kill me. We cannot see the points yet, but we can test if the thing is killing the aliens is because the script is working. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Where is the number 3? Now let's see if they can kill me. My life is 14 because it cannot be a crash, needs to be points. So I need to use the bullets to decrease 4. Too fast. 3, 2, 1. I will die. No. Okay. So my life went to 0 with a bullet. So the script is working and is detecting if is the player or if is the alien. So next thing will be to write those numbers in the screen so we can see what is going on. We will have 4 more scripts. We need to write the player life. Let's go to the canvas. We need to write the player life. We also need to write the ammo so we can count how many bullets we have, and then up here we can have the score and the I-score. Let's adjust the canvas properly because I didn't explain in the other video how to do it. So let's just remove the canvas and start from the beginning. Remove the canvas, delete, and event system, delete. So now let's right click, UI text. And this will create a text, a new canvas, a giant new canvas with a text box over here. So first thing, we go to the canvas, we go here on render mode, we change it to screen space camera. Is asking the screen space camera with no specified camera, so we drag the camera there, and now the canvas is the same size of the camera. But we don't stay here. We go again on render mode and we change to world space. And now this will be fixed in size, even if if the resolution of the screen changes, this will be in the same place with the same scale. Dynamic pixels per unit you can go, for example, 10 in both variables. Now inside text, we will do our thing. Level 1. This will be our level 1 text box. Level 1 should be centered. Center font should be this pixelated. Doesn't fit because the font is bigger, so we need to open the box a little bit. Let's get this box text a little bigger, 40 maybe. Yep, this should be okay. It's centered here on top. So this will be the title, level title. Duplicate. This will be player life. Player life will be this size. We can snap the box to the center. See, it's snapped here. Let's use font size 10 maybe. 10 is too big. 8, 7, 7 is okay. And we do left bottom, and this will be player life. Player life, Control D. Let's duplicate. This will be player ammo. Player ammo will be snapped in the middle and snapped to the other box. Text of player ammo will be aligned to the right, and we can write here 500 space colon ammo. By the way, this will not be level 1, will be life 10. And now player life and player ammo, duplicate, Control D, we drag them here one by one. One here, another snap, undo. The other one snap to the box, snap to the center. And this, you can select both if you want. You go on top instead of bottom. Now we need to go one by one. Player, this will be, in the left will be score. In the right will be, at the right will be high score. So this is the name of the objects. Score will be score. High score will be high score. So this is our canvas. This work is ready to be used. This is outside of the camera. Need to bring this down a little bit, like here. Okay, so this is what the player is going to see when he plays the game. So now we are going to make some scripts to change these numbers according to the values stored inside the PlayerPrefs, not the player changing the number directly. So I will do 4 small scripts that will be inside each one of these game objects, and the script will handle directly the game object, so they will be independent from everything. They will just check the PlayerPrefs value and they update the text every frame. Let's keep it every frame just to keep it simple, but more efficient way would be update only if the number changes. So script, right click, create C# script, and this will be called UI player ammo. UI player ammo. This UI player ammo, as you can imagine, goes inside the ammo text box. Player ammo UI player ammo goes here. Let's open the script and let's code the behavior. So this is the script you need to make to write the ammo inside that element that has the information in the UI. So to use the text component, you need to use this library, Unity Engine UI. Then we create a variable, text type, called element UI. In the start function, we get the component text inside that element. So this component here, we get and put that component inside this variable. And every frame, well, this can be doesn't need to be updated every frame, so we can use the fixed update. It will update less than every frame. In the fixed update method or function, you will have these a line, element UI dot text. So element UI would be this component dot text, would be this variable over here, will be equal to get ammo. So it will be equal to that number transformed in a word plus space colon ammo to write this thing as it is here. We go to Unity, we play the game, and we should see this number go down, as we should. Yeah, it's working. Now the level 1 title does not disappear because we redo everything. And I need to put here, inside the level title, I need to put here the wait and remove script. So this goes away after, I don't know, 3 seconds? 2 seconds is enough. So level 1 will disappear after 2 seconds. Yep. Done. So now to write the other ones will be more or less a copy paste, and we just need to change whatever the player preference variables we need to get. So let's do the next one, which will be the UI for the score. So create new C# script. Let's call it UI player score. UI player score. Let's drag this UI player score to the score. So it's here. Let's edit and let's start by copy. Let's copy this one. Copy, paste. And let's copy paste also this Unity Engine UI to here. So we get the element, we get the component, we create the element variable, we get the component, and then we just need to, instead of ammo, we need to get the current score. And because we are writing the left side instead of this, we have this quotation mark score colon space quotation mark plus PlayerPrefs get integer current score. And that's it. This will write score plus the number, whatever it needs to be. Save, and it should be working. Score as the script. So if I play, I should see this number going up. Yep, score is counting. Very nice. Next one will be the player I score. So let's create a new C# script. Create C# script UI player I score. And it's exactly the same process as the one before. We copy paste and we change the PlayerPrefs variable. This goes inside the I score. It's here. Let's open, go to I will copy from here because it's in the right side. Copy, paste. We need the UI library. And instead of ammo, we are going to get the I score. And here we will write I score. Save, and this is done. Let's do the other one. The last one will be the player life. So before we test, let's just do it. Create C# script. Let's call it UI player life. This goes inside of player life text box. It's here. Let's edit. This is the left side, so we can copy from the score. Copy, paste. This will be live. This will be player life, and we just need the library. Copy, paste, enter, save, and probably everything is ready. So let's play. We already have 500 of I score because I was playing and it was saving. Or not, I have much more. I will explain why in a bit. So score is going up, my life is going down, ammo is going down, I score we cannot test it. The I score is too high because I already did this before recording the tutorial and the number is still there. Even me deleting everything to start again to show you, the number is still saved there. So there is a way of resetting the I score. So let's just add here a line on this player data script to reset the I score. So let's say public boolean reset I score equals false, and here we just say if reset I score, we just set PlayerPrefs set int, copy paste, I score to 0. Save. If I tick this box here and play once, I score is at 0. It was saved as 0, so now I remove this and I can start from the beginning. I need to remove that because it will reset every time I open the game. So now let's say 20. Let's die. Okay, I die. Score is 30. Score is 30. Let's restart. Score is 0. Score is 30. Let's die again. Okay, I die. Score 10. Score 30. I didn't improve. Let's restart the game. Let's win more than 30. Okay, 120. Let's die. Okay, let's close the game. So I shut down the game. I reset my computer. Now is tomorrow. I will play again, and the score should be there. Yep, 120. Of course, before I export the game, you need to reset the high score. So let's go to the next thing, which is die-on collision script. The die-on collision script will also need to be updated to incorporate these PlayerPrefs settings, because when we die, our life should go 0 inside the PlayerPrefs. We just need to add here a variable to set this script as a player script. So if this is inside the player, this will be true. If this is not inside the player, this will be false. And then we use this to make the player life go 0 if this is the player. So this is straightforward. If this is player, or if this die-on collision is inside the player, player life will be set to 0. And that's it. So now we should see the life going to 0 when we crash to another alien. Something's wrong because it didn't happen. Because I forgot to tick the box saying this is player, then collision, this is player. By the way, I'm working outside of the prefab, so I will go here, override, apply all, to make sure my prefab is equal. Let's see if player life goes to 0 when I crash. Yes, it goes. Very nice. We need to have some other behaviors to this alien boss, because we will need those behaviors to control if we are going to lose or if we are going to win the game. So first thing first, I want the alien to shoot against us, because it doesn't shoot, it just exists there. So I will create a shooting mechanism for the boss, but it will be different. It will not shoot directly as the others, because I want a different behavior. So I will create a new script to handle the shooting of the boss, and this will be a little bit complex because I want it to have 2 cannons and I want the rhythm not to be constant. So let's do it. Create C# script, and I will call it boss cannon. Boss cannon. It will be boss cannon because this will not be inside the boss, because the boss has 2 cannons. This will be inside the cannon, so we need to create the cannon for the boss. First, I will put the boss, alien boss, at the center, 0, 0, 0, so I can create a prefab centered. So alien boss goes to the prefabs. Now this is a prefab. Let's open the prefab. By the way, let's go here. Before doing that, let's pick up this boss and bring it here. And the player again here. So if I hit play, the boss doesn't do anything, just goes down. Okay, let's make it shoot against us. We open the alien boss prefab, and we will have here the cannon. I want a cannon here and another cannon here. So I will just add a new component. So I'm inside the prefab, inside the boss, right click, create empty. This is an empty object. I will call it cannon or gun, whatever, gun. And now the gun is where? If I click on this move tool, the gun is there. It's an empty object, we cannot see anything, it's empty, but it's there, in that position. So now if I use the shoot down inside this gun, shoot speed 0.07, and of course it needs bullets, alien bullet. Where is the alien bullet? It's here. Bullets will come from that point. Okay, so let's run the game and see that happening. So we should have bullets coming from this point over here. See? So this is the boss shooting against us. Of course, it's not very useful to have the gun outside of the alien. Let's add it here. So if the gun is here, bullets come from there. Nice. We can have a very big boss with two guns. Duplicate. We change one to that side. Now we have two guns. If we play, both sides will shoot against us. And of course, technically, we could have a third gun here. The mega boss has more two guns over here. This is too much. We cannot kill this boss. Anyway, these two guns are too much, and this one is too much yet because we didn't finish this one here. So we are not going to use this shoot down script because it only shoots constantly, and because the boss will shoot much more than the others, he needs to pause a little bit. So let's remove this component and let's use our boss cannon script instead. So this boss cannon is inside the gun, and we will have here two behaviors. One is shooting or is not shooting. The second one is when it's shooting, it will shoot fast like a machine gun, but then after, I don't know, 3 bullets or 4 bullets, it will stop for a while and then it starts again. So let's code that. So this is the variables we are going to need. Public game object alien bullet prefab. So this is to put our bullet, the alien laser. Public float y position to shoot equals 5. This will be used to prevent the boss to being shoot from up there. The boss will start shooting only when it's at 5 meters, which will be more or less here. 5 meters. Boss, alien boss, 5 meters. So only when the boss is here will start to shoot. Then we have 3 numbers to adjust: long wait, short wait, and number of shots. This is the time it will wait between group of shots. So it waits 2 seconds and it will shoot 5 rounds, and then we will wait 2 seconds and shoot 5 rounds, etc, etc, etc. And the short wait is the space between the bullets. And then we have here the float. These are not public, these are private. This is for our script to work. Long counter to count this number, short counter to count this number, shoot to open the shooting, and laser counter will be used to count how many bullets we already shoot. So let's start by resetting the variables we need to reset. So laser count goes to 0, short counter goes to 0, long counter goes to 0, and shoot is false. So when it starts, it's not shooting. Now in the update, we need to have several checks to see if it's possible to shoot or not. So the first check we are going to have is this: if transform position Y is less than Y position to shoot. This means things will only happen if it's below 5 meters, if the alien is close to the camera. And now inside here, you can delete this space over here. Inside here we will add the shooting behavior. So the first thing we do when we are inside the 5-meter barrier, we will start counting time. Long counter will increase by the time of the frame, so this will count seconds, and as soon as the long counter is higher than the count wait, so as soon 2 seconds has passed, long counter is resetted to start again, and we enable the shoot variable. So now we can shoot. The next thing is to use this shoot to run the code that will eventually shoot the bullets. So now if shoot, so now we are shooting. If shoot is true, remember this is the same, if shoot, this will happen. And this is what? Short counter will increase. If short counter is higher than short wait, which is 0.1, it will reset the short counter to start again the next shot. We'll instantiate the bullet, we'll count the laser, so the laser will increase to see how many bullets we have. The maximum is number of shots, the maximum is 5, so this starts with the 0. So when we shoot, we increase the laser count, this goes to 1. If laser count is higher than 5, it's not, so this will repeat until it shoots 5 times. When this is 5, laser count goes to 0, shoot goes to false, so it doesn't shoot anymore, and we'll shoot again when shoot goes to true, which is when the long count happens. So this script should shoot 5 bullets and wait, shoot 5 bullets and wait, shoot 5 bullets and wait, and that's it. Let's see. No errors, which is good. Let's open the prefab of the boss, alien boss. The gun is there, it has these numbers. We need to add here the prefab of the alien bullet. Alien bullet goes here. And if we play, we should have this gun shooting 5 rounds. Let's, before that, duplicate, Control D. Let's drag the second one here. 1, 2, play. So now we should have 5 rounds, a space, another 5 rounds, space. Okay, it's shooting. See? Very nice. So this script is inside the cannon. We can have how many cannons we need. We can even use, we can make a prefab of this cannon if we want, and we can use this cannon in the other aliens, technically, but let's keep it to the boss. So save, go back, and of course the boss can go a little bit higher, so we can play a little bit. It should be up there. And we should be killing aliens before the boss appears. See, the boss is not shooting because it's not below 5. Now it starts to shoot. And of course it will be very difficult to win this boss, because if we took 5 bullets at once, or 10 if we are in the center, we'll lose very quickly. So I guess it will be interesting for our bullets also destroy the alien bullets. Why not? So let's make some changes. We don't need to code anything. We just need to add here some scripts to the bullets and make the bullets destroy each other, which is not very difficult. We go to the alien bullet and we just need to tag the bullet. We cannot use the enemy tag, because as soon as one bullet hits us, the script ion collision will detect the enemy. So if a bullet is an enemy, one bullet will kill us immediately. So we need to add a new tag. Let's create a new tag to the bullet, and it will be enemy bullet. Save. Let's go again to the prefab alien bullet tag. Instead of untag, we select enemy bullet. So now the bullets have the tag enemy bullet, the alien bullets, and we need to put inside our bullets, player bullet, we need to put inside our bullet this script again, bullet impact score, but instead of detecting the enemy, we are going to detect the alien bullet. So we need the bullet impact score again. Bullet impact score again goes inside the player bullet. Okay, it's here. We will detect enemy bullet tag, enemy bullet tag, enemy bullet, player bullet. So we detect, and we need to add something, particles, I guess. Particles goes here, and probably we can destroy the bullets of the alien. Let's see if this is working or if I'm forgetting something. Yeah, it's not destroying the bullets because when our bullet touches something, it needs to have the something needs to have a script. So the alien bullet needs to have also the object life script. So this object life needs to be inside the bullet. This is not player and this is not enemy, so we don't check this. We just need to have here this object life 1, object score. We can have 0, so we don't get points by destroying bullets, but we can have points by destroying bullet. Why not? And we just need to have the explosion prefab, but because we are shooting one bullet against the other, I will just add more particles. So particles goes here. So now I can shoot an alien bullet and receive 1 point. Let's see if it's happening. It's not happening because, of course, it's not happening. Alien bullet needs to be tagged as enemy. Yep, I can destroy bullets and receive 1 point for each one. Very nice. So this will be more easy to for us to deal with the incoming fire. Let's put the player life here on the script, game object, here on this player data script. Let's put life at 10, not 20. And that's it. Save. And I guess the mechanics is done. So I play. The level name goes away. I can destroy aliens. I will survive more time. And I need to kill the boss. It's done. And I should win. So now that I have everything to win and to lose, everything is ready. Let's deal with the structure of the game and how many scenes we need, which scenes we need, etc, etc, etc. So I guess the first thing we should have is the splash screen. Splash screen. This splash screen will be used when the game opens. Then we go to the intro or name of the game. And then we have the level 1. And we can have level 2. And so on and so on. If we win, we have the win screen. If we lose, we have the game over screen. And I guess that's it. So we have the splash screen. When we open the game, we start here. Then we go to the name of the game. After that we have the level 1, eventually we have the level 2, and if we succeed, we'll have the win screen. Okay, so we enter here, and I don't know, 2 seconds. It goes there. Seconds. 2 seconds goes there automatically. And after 2 seconds, it goes back again. So this will be our loop if we don't do anything. If we click on the key, we jump here. Enter. Maybe I can use a text box to write here. So enter. It's a little bit giant. Enter. Let's add here another text box. 2 seconds. Copy paste another 2 seconds. If we click on enter, we go here. So we are inside the level 1, and then we have, we go to the game over screen if we lose, we go to the level 2 if we win, and same thing here. We go to the next whatever thing it is. If we win, we can have 100 levels. At the last level, we go to the win screen, and after a while, we go again here. Game over. We show the score. Here we also show the score, and we go there. So this is win. This is lose. Lose, I guess it's like this. So if we lose, copy paste, we go here. If we lose, we go here. If we win, oops, we go here. If we win, we go here. So this is the structure we are going to program in Unity. Okay, of course, for example, this is automatic 2 seconds. Copy paste. This will be automatic, but if I click on the enter, 2 seconds, or this can be more than 2 seconds, like 40 seconds, because we need to hear the music. If we click on the enter, copy paste, we go directly there. Same thing here. Okay, so this is what is going to happen in terms of structure. We start the game, we have the name of the group, of the team that is programming the game. Screen is not correct. Anyway, name of the game will happen next. This will be in a loop until the player clicks on a key, then the game starts. If it progresses correctly, it goes to the win screen, after a while returns there. If the player clicks on the key, it goes there, so we can restart the game again. If we lose the game, we go directly to the game over screen, and then we go again to the name of the game. If you enter the key, it goes there, and you can start the game again. Eventually, we need to have a script to quit the game. If we are inside the application, we need to close the application, so we need to program something to use the escape key, for example, to shut down the game. So let's do it. So all the scenes we have, for now we just have this level 1 scene. We need more, of course. So let's do something here. In the file build settings, I will dock this build setting window here. In this build settings window, I have here the sample scene in the level 1. I will remove both, and I will use just the level 1 for now. Let's deal with losing the game. Okay, so how can I do a lose screen or game over screen? I will pick up this level 1 and will right click, save scene as. Now I go to the scene folder and I will call it game over. Save. See here, now is the game over. I will just delete the alien boss, the background, the player. The main camera will stay. Let's delete the eye score, the score. Sorry, undo. Keep the eye score and the score, we need that. Let's delete the player ammo and the player life. Eye score can go here. Score and eye score can go here because we need to show that to the player. This level 1, we change this title to game over. And that's it. Oh, the game over title, you need to remove this. Wait and remove component. The scripts need to have a different music, so let's go here and change the ending music. The player data doesn't need to be here, so remove component. And load scene on key, let's remove this component also. So scripts should have the music, main camera is the main camera, canvas should have anything else but the level title, which is game over. The score, can be here. Let's change the score to center. Let's change the eye score also to center, and then we can align them a little bit in the center. So game over doesn't show because this box is too small. Let's center this, game over. Let's add here, let's duplicate this, duplicate. I will add here another sentence like to 10 size, let's say. Humanity is doomed. Let's bring this down. This can be bigger. The score and the I score goes here. These boxes are too big, so you can adjust the size. Okay. And then I will just duplicate again this, duplicate, and I will click here on press enter to play again. Press enter to play again, and let's bring this box down. This can be smaller. I guess that's it. So, main camera, black, gray, dark gray background. You can select all the text and you can go color, red. This score and I score could be white or gray. And that's it. I like this. Save. So this will be our end game screen. Humanity is doomed. You see the score, you see the I score, and press enter to play again. And this is the game over scene. Save. Now if we want to play between the level 1 and the game over, we need to add the game over to the build settings. Okay, so if I click here, scenes, if I open level 1, I'm editing level 1. If I open game over, I'm editing game over. So let's continue to add more screens. So we have here already the game over. Oh, the game over is showing this because it's the same objects, and these have that script that will get the information from the PlayerPrefs. So these numbers will be updated anytime. So let's pick up the game over, right click, save scene as, scenes, win screen. Now we are editing the win screen. The win screen can be, let's pick up these red things, let's change the color to green. Instead of game over, winner, I guess. Winner. And instead of humanity is doomed, let's say humanity is saved. And again, press enter to play again, and we have the scores. Let's change the music, scripts. Go here on the object scripts, and we have here the titles, maybe title. I really don't have a music for the win situation, but yeah, you can use this title screen. This is not a title anyway. So we have already the win scene. Save. So now we have level 1, game over, win scene. Okay. Let's do 2 more from this win scene. Not duplicate, sorry. Right click, save as, scenes. Let's go to splash screen. Unity has the splash screen function, but I guess it only works if you have the pro version, I guess. At least last time I checked it was that. So I prefer to make my own. Splash screen, save. Now we are working on the splash screen. Splash screen, let's go to canvas. Canvas title, we don't need this subtitle. Oh yes, we need this subtitle. The press key we can delete, the score and the I score we can delete. Let's say this small one goes here, the bigger one goes down here, and you can have here whatever you want. It's a splash screen, like your name. You can have here whatever you think it could be interesting to have in a splash screen. Created by, and I can use my artistic name in this one. Home game coder. My brand color is orange. This can be white or light gray or dark gray, because the camera background will be white. Very nice. Home game coder is a little bit too big, and this is giant. So created by, this is enough. Let's move this up. And here my splash screen. Save. Now let's again save scene as. So right click on splash screen scene. Save scene as. Let's go to the scenes folder and say game name. Game name. Save. Game name. I'm going to remove the created by, and the title will be Shoot the Aliens. Shoot the Aliens. Let's do something like this. Let's be fancy. Italic. Let's rotate this a little bit. The vertical lines stay vertical. Yeah, very nice. I'm not a designer, so it's not my problem. Just making something to... Yeah, looks nice. And Shoot the Aliens is the name. Let's change the color to blue. Light blue. And the camera can go darker. Okay, save. So this is our scenes, the scenes we need. So we start the game with a splash screen. After 2 seconds he goes to the game name. After 2 seconds he goes to the splash screen. After 2 seconds goes to the game name. If you click on enter, you go to level 1, you play. If you win, you go to level 2, you play, level 3, you play, etc, etc. When you lose, you go game over. And if you don't do anything, you go here automatically. You play again. If you win, you go here. If you don't do nothing, you go to the game name again automatically. If you are here and click on enter, you start playing again. Okay. That's it. So these are the scenes we need. Build settings. Let's remove these and add them again. You can select all of them and just drag here. And one thing you need to know is this scene number 0 will be the first one that will open when you build the thing. So the splash screen should be in that position. So you can pick up this splash screen and drag it up there. And that's it. The sample scene doesn't belong here. And that's it. everything is ready, more or less. So now let's start to add some behaviors to change these scenes automatically. And let's start by previewing the lose situation, which is very easy. If the player dies, we go to the lose screen. If we load the game over screen when the player dies, it will be instant. We don't even have time to see the explosion. So we need to have a script that will monitor if the player is there, and if it's not, it will wait some time to load the loser screen. So I will create here a new script just to do that. Create C# script. I will call this change scene on destroy. Change scene on destroy. And this script will monitor an object, and when that object is destroyed, it will change the scene. Okay. So let's drag this. I will not put this inside the player because when the player dies, this disappears and stops working. So this will be inside the scripts. I'm working again on level 1. Okay. Let's open this and let's add here whatever we need to do this behavior. So the first thing is to have variables. Public game object to monitor, so this will be the object that we are going to see if it exists or not. Scene to load is a string, so is the name of the scene that we are going to load after this object disappears, and when the object disappears, it will wait 3 seconds before loading the scene. Of course, we also need the counter to count the time. And this is what we do. At the start we reset the counter and we check if object is equal to null. So we check if the object is still there. If it's still there, this will not happen. When it's null, when it's not there, counter will increase. When the counter, if counter is higher than delay is 3 seconds, so after 3 seconds, the scene manager will load the scene to load, whatever we write in the inspector. Of course, this will not work because I'm forgetting here using Unity engine dot scene management. Save, go to Unity, and in the script object we have here the change scene on destroy, object to monitor. We monitor the player that is in the scene, not the prefab, the player. Scene to load, we go to the game over after 3 seconds. So let's test if this happens. Play. Yep, I guess it's working. Okay, so now this is working. Save, Control S. Let's go to the scene game over. Game over says press enter to play again, but if I play and click enter, nothing happens. Let's test. Why? Because there is no script to do that. So let's create another script. This will be called load scene on key or load scene on button. Let's create a new one. Create a new C# script. Let's call it load scene on button. And this load scene on button goes to the script. We can open it. By the way, I will open load scene on key just to see the difference. So we need using this scene management, copy paste, and everything is the same. Copy, paste, except instead of get key down is get axis higher than 0, because this is a number, is not a boolean. And instead of key to trigger, let's put button to trigger, copy, paste, and that's it. If we click on this button, scene manager load scenes into load, which is there, save. So this is okay, and this can be used in all of the scenes. So we are in the game over. As you remember, for this, when we are in the game over and we click, we go to the name of the game. So we are in the game over. Here we go to the name, game name scene, game name, yes. And the button will be, let's go to edit, preference, project settings. We have here the project settings. I will dock it here next to the inspector. Let's see the axis, the input manager. We have something called submit. Submitter uses the return, which is the enter key. I guess the return is the numeric keyboard enter, and the enter is the other enter. I will remove the alternative positive button space from here because I want to use the space to fire. So space goes out from this submit, and in fire one I will use space instead of left control. Okay, so the name of the axis is submit. So I go here to the script, inspector script, game object. Button to trigger is the submit button, and it will load the game name. I will copy this component. I will go to the win screen, and I will do the same thing here. So win screen, paste component is new. If I click on submit, I will go to the game name. By the way, I'm in the win scene. The music, okay, the music is already done. Save. Let's go to the game name. Game name. Let's add first. Paste components is new, and let's remove the music. The submit key, the enter key on this one, goes to level 1. Yep, the splash screen paste components new. The enter in the splash screen goes to the game name automatically. It's not automatically goes there. Let's remove the music from the splash screen. Remove component. So splash screen goes to the game name. And game name goes to level 1. When we lose, we go to the game over. Game over. If we click on enter, go to game name. If we win the game, we go to the game name. So let's open the splash screen, hit play, and test. So nothing happens. We don't have the timer yet. Enter. Shoot the aliens. Enter. I'm shooting with a space. Okay, I lose. Game over. Press enter to play again. Shoot the aliens. Yep. I died before I could win the game. Let's try to win the game this time. Oh, I didn't program yet though the win situation, so nothing will happen. So let's deal with that. Let's go to the level 1, and if we die, we go. If we die, so script is here. If this player disappears, game over. So let's add the same script again, change scene on destroy, change scene on destroy. And here we will add the alien boss. Alien boss from the scene goes there. And if the alien boss disappears, we killed it, we go to the win screen after 3 seconds. So if we die, we go to the game over. If the alien boss dies, we go to the win screen. Save. So now we can go to the win screen by killing the boss. Let's see. We kill the boss. If we press enter, shoot the aliens, and we can start shooting aliens again. Very nice. Click enter, shoot the aliens, we die, we go to the game over screen, and everything returns to the beginning. Save. So this is working. But there is another lose situation that we are missing, which is if we don't kill the boss. If the boss reaches the bottom of the screen, we should lose, because the boss could pass through the Earth defenses and they will invade Earth, so humanity is doomed anyway. If the boss gets here, we should lose. Here is -6, so let's create a script that will check the position of this object, and if the position is -6, we go to the game over. So scripts, let's create another script. This will be called change scene on Y position. Change scene on Y position. And we drag this to the scripts. Change scene on Y position. And let's code whatever we need to do that. So this is equal to is similar to the change scene on destroy. So let's just copy this part over here. Copy, paste. Instead of delay, we are going to see the Y position. Should be, I don't know, -6. Scene to load and object to monitor. And now we don't need the start, we just need the update. And in the update we are going to check if this object is still there, as we did here. If the object is, let's copy paste. If the object to monitor is no, disappear, we will. Well, we don't need the delay, so. Oh, sorry. No. This is not correct. Wait. It's not this. If I was thinking wrong. If object to monitor is not new. If the object is there, I'll explain why this is happening. Why this needs to be like this. And then we had if object to monitor dot position dot y is less than y position. This will not work because position doesn't belong to game object. This is a game object, so we can change this game object to transform. So when we drag there the alien, we will pick up the transform directly. If the position y of the transform of the alien is less than -6, we instantiate the scene. We load the scene. But why this needs to be inside this object to monitor different from null? Because if this was there by itself, it would throw me an error if I kill the alien, because it will try to get this object that is no longer there. So it will only check if the y is less than y position only when the object is there, and no errors will appear in the console. Of course, when you export the game, there is no console, but the game is the problem is there in the background. So avoid errors, even if the error doesn't appear to interfere with the game. Save. We shouldn't have, we have an error. I didn't read the error. 17, the name scene manager does not exist. Okay, because we are forgetting a very important thing, which is using the library with the correct methods inside. Save. So now we should have lose scene. So script object to monitor will be the alien boss. Load scene will be game over at -6 meters. So this alien, as soon as it reaches here, we should lose. Let's play not maximize so we can see it. Play. When the alien reaches here, we go to game over. Yep. So we need to kill the alien, not let it go, at least the boss. We just need to do 2 little scripts to finish the game. So let's do them. Create C# script. One is change scene on time. Change scene on time. This will be used to load the scene automatically after 2 seconds, for example. Let's go on splash screen. Splash screen scripts. We can have here the change scene on time. Let's edit the change scene on time, and we need to have three variables. Delay, this is the time we are going to wait to load the scene, the name of the scene we are going to load, and our counter to count the time. So start counter equals 0, and here is the same thing as many times. Counter increase when the counter is higher than the delay, we load the scene. So counter increase by time at a time. If counter is higher than delay, scene manager load scene, scene to load. Of course, scene manager will not work because save. Let's go here. By default is 3 seconds, but we can change that, of course, in the inspector. So we are in the splash screen. 3 seconds to jump to game name. Game name. Copy. And we go save. We go to the game name. We had the same script. Change scene on time. And after 3 seconds, or we can have 5 seconds here, we jump to splash screen. Very well. Save. Let's test this. Play. We should have 5 seconds of wait to go to the other one and 3 seconds to return to this one. And this doesn't go anywhere unless I click on enter. So splash screen, name game. Splash screen. If I click on enter, I go here. If I click on enter here, I'm playing. I die, game over, and I return to the automation of jumping from one screen to another. Very nice. Okay, so another automation on time would be the game over and the win screen. Game over should have also change scene on time. Change scene on time. This goes to the game name after 40 seconds. Why 40 seconds? Because of the music. Let's see how many times the music has. Ending has 44 seconds, so we can, 44. After 44 seconds it goes to the game name, music play once. So this is ending, save. The win situation is the title screen music that has 11 seconds. So let's go to the win screen. Let's add in the script game object the script called change scene on time. So 11 seconds, let's play the music 4 times, 44 seconds, and we go to the game name scene, save, and that's it. Let's just kill, let's test this. I will put just 2 seconds to test in the win scene and in the game over scene, just to make sure that this is working, and then game over should be 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, let's play. This should go automatically. Okay, it's working. Let's play. Let's kill the boss. To test the win screen. Yeah, it automatically is changed here. So this is, everything is working, is done. Everything is done. In terms of mechanics, we just need to adjust here the time, so 44 seconds in both of them. Game over, save, win screen, 44 seconds, save. When we win, we go to the win screen, yes, but that will not happen. We are in the level 1. When we win, we should go to the level 2. So let's create a level 2 very quickly, because it's super easy to do a level 2. We just have to right click here on the scene, name scene, save scene as, we go to the scenes, we save it as level 2, and it's done. Now we have 2 levels. Well, they are equal, but they are not exactly the same yet. So we open the level 2, we are seeing the level 2. I will change the background color just because I want to identify that this is another level. Let's say it could be yellow. The ground is yellow. More yellow. So level 2, save. I need to change something in the scripts. I need to change that this is level 1 in player data. I need to remove this, or else it will reset the score and it will give the full life to the player. So this only needs to be ticked in the first level, and I guess it's done. Of course, I can have this alien boss of level 2 be faster to spawn, like 0.7 spawns more aliens. Save. And the other alien, level 1 alien boss, spawns less aliens, 1.2. So this will be slower spawning aliens, the other will be faster spawning aliens. And last thing to do, on level 1 goes to script, and when we kill the alien boss, we jump to level 2. Save. That's it. In level 2, when we kill the boss, we jump to windscreen. If you have 10 levels, we just need to change here where you jump to. So this is done. Build settings, level 2 needs to be here, or else it will not work. And let's test if everything works. So splash screen, play. Let's play in full screen, maximized. Let's see if this works. Oh, I need to change another thing. Level 2, I forgot the title. So it will say level 1. Okay, the title is level 1, but now this is, see, more aliens than in the other. Okay, I win. Humanity is saved. Score 2476. It's the high score. Yeah. Enter. But we cannot quit the game because we don't have scripts to quit the game. So let's do the last script of this game. Create C# script. This will be called quit on button. Quit on button, and technically all the scenes will have this quit on button. So we are in the splash screen, quit on button goes to the script, and this quit on button will have this code. Very simple code. Public string button to quit. We can by default make it equal to cancel. This is already one of the access, so this is the escape key. Start, we don't need the start, and in the update we just say if, of course we need to check the key, if input dot get access button to quit, we are going to application dot quit with no parameters, close the statement, save the script. We cannot test this inside Unity because it will not close Unity. But if we don't have errors, we have errors. Okay, of course, if input get access, this is a number, not a boolean, it's not true or false, so we need to say higher than 0. Save. If you click on the button cancel, the button cancel is the escape key. Let's go here on project settings to make sure. Cancel, 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 cancel. It's here. Cancel. Positive button is escape. So this should shut down, quit the application. Let's save. And now we need to have this. Let's go to the inspector of the script. So quit, cancel, quit on button, it's here. So let's drag this to the other game name, quit on button to the scripts, game over, save, quit on button to the scripts, level 1, save, quit on button to the scripts, level 2, save, quit on button to the scripts. We need to change the title of this one, level title level 2, and splash screen save already has it, yes, and windscreen finally quit on button, and it's done. Oh, it's already has it. Remove component. Let's see in screen. It's there. No, it's not. Quit on button. Save. So now the game is ready. We can adjust the numbers to make the second level harder and the level 1 easier. Level 1, we need to change a little thing. We need to put the boss up there, or else it's too easy to kill it. Let's put the boss over here, more or less, not there. That will be weird because the ground will stop before the alien goes through the screen. So let it be more or less like this. More or less one camera from the end of the background. Save. Let's do the same thing for the level 2. And save, and that's it. The game is ready to be exported. So to do that, on build settings we have every scene we need. We can do one thing before we go there. We're going to go to level 1. We can reset the I-score, play once. So we export with I-score at 0. Okay. Remove this. Save. Every scene is in here. Let's go on build. And don't build here. Create a folder. Inside the shooting aliens you have these folders, you already know. Create a new folder called build. Select this and select folder. It will work. It will export for Windows, architecture, Intel 64-bit. Technically 64-bit is not from Intel, but who cares? Compression method default. You don't need to mess with this. Eventually, if you are on a Mac, this will say Mac. You can do Mac from Windows, you can do Windows from Mac. You just need to install extra stuff in the Unity hub. Well, I forgot something. I forgot one little detail. And you have access to the last asset. Oh, this is here, and as you can see, it has the icon is the Unity symbol, Unity icon. So let's change that to our plane. So I have here an icon. Let's copy this icon. Let's copy this icon to our folder. Copy. You can download it. Assets, sprites, paste. Okay, let's go to Unity. Unity, it's here. Unity will import that icon. It will be super fast because it's super small. So sprites, we have here this sprite, very tiny. And now we go here on project settings. We go on player, I guess. Yes, player. And you can have here your company name. This is the name of the game, the version, and here you select the icon, it's there, and it's done. So now you can build again. Before build, save, Control S, build. Yeah, in the builds folder, select folder. I don't know why it didn't stay with the icon. I will just delete everything. Build. Okay. Select. Probably it was a bug. Why the icon is not showing? Go to the folder where the game is, and we can run the game. And now we are using the game in full screen. Created by a home game coder. Shoot the aliens. Let's kill them. Sorry, it's too loud. I will play the game. I will try to lower the volume. It's funny because the icon appears in the volume mixer of Windows, so the icon is there. I don't know why the Explorer is not showing the icon, but the icon is clearly there. So now it shouldn't be so loud. Yep. Okay, it's not very easy to play, but it's okay. It's a very nice game. Press enter to play again. And I'm playing again. If I want to quit the game, escape, and I'm out. So that's it. Oh, I changed the zoom. Somehow this is something related with this program. So shoot the aliens. So I hope you understand how the game can be built. This is building a game from scratch, and the purpose of this was just for you to understand not only some code behind it, because this is even the best solution in terms of code to make a game, and there are more efficient ways of doing many things I did here, but at least as a beginner, it's the first time you are seeing Unity. It's the first time you are coding. This is a viable way of testing and learning the algorithms behind some things. Of course, this is a very basic game, but at least it's complete. You can enjoy it with your friends. See which one does the best score, or if some of your friends can pass the first level or something like that. So I hope you enjoy it.